Hello fellow stone seekers. For this deck tech, I want to explore everyone's favorite fungi, Pinkspore Dreamcap. The link to the deck list is in the description. If you enjoy the video, please remember to like and subscribe. The Pinkspore is unique in that it is currently the only card in Wonders of the First that allows you to run any number of them in a deck. This is also the biggest conundrum when it comes to building around the card. How many copies of the Pinkspore Dreamcap should you use? I am running 24 copies. But if anyone has done a statistical analysis to prove the ideal number, please tell us in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll now divulge the sophisticated process I followed to determine the precise number for my deck. I am running every copy I own. Especially since this is a casual deck, I honestly don't think there is a wrong or right number, but 24 seems about right to me. Since they comprise nearly half my deck, I normally start with 3 or 4 in my opening hand, and I can expect to pull another one every other time I draw. That's enough copies to be the star of the show, which, in my opinion, is the whole point, while still allowing enough other slots to personalize the deck or shore up some of its weaknesses. But let's first talk about the strengths. Since each Pinkspore costs only 1 energy, or 0 with the Boundless Link, it is common for you to be able to commit more to the board than your opponent in the early game, meaning you can reasonably expect to capture a stone or two in the first couple rounds. And if you have the chance to grab some stones, do it. Once you have those stones, the Pinkspores are great at defending them. It's trivial to get 4 or 5 of these guys out quickly, which means they would each have 6 or 7 power when defending. If you have 2 of them in the same realm, that means 12 or 14 total power that your opponent needs to overcome. Yikes! And they only grow bigger as you play more of them, or any plant for that matter. It's also important to remember that if your opponent does trigger the on-defense power boosts on your Pinkspores, they retain those buffs for the entire round. If or when that happens, you will want to attack back that same round, before all the extra power goes away, and if you do, you likely just need a small boost to your power to reclaim the stone. More on that soon. The big weakness is probably obvious. The Pinkspores are not great at attacking on their own, especially in the mid to late game. That's why, for my list, I've decided to dedicate all my remaining slots to cards that add power to the board. 2 cards especially shine at this: Floral Diadem of the Verdant Queen and Horned Skull of the Minotaur. Just make sure you name plant. Each will give +2 power to all your plants, which is every wonder in the deck. If you can get any 2 of these in play, which is not unlikely since we run 3 copies each, then all your Pinkspores suddenly have 6 power to attack with. If you still need an additional boost, then Glowcap Fungus and Shroom Walker can provide it for a single energy each. Mold Warrior is the final wonder in the deck, which is valuable for capturing stones in the later rounds, due to having 8 power naturally before whatever buffs it may get from the Diadem and Horned Skull. Plus, it will leave behind a plant token for good measure if it ever gets sent to the Abyss. Finally, perhaps the most important and most powerful card in the deck is God's Eye Release, which will banish all primary and legendary wonders. It's important to note that all of our own wonders are secondary, meaning none of them will be affected. This means the God's Eye Release will often be a one-sided board wipe that cripples our opponent while leaving our own army unscathed. Now I want to hear from you. Have you played with or against a Pinkspore Dreamcap deck? And if so, how was the experience? Do you think 24 copies of Pinkspore is a reasonable number? Or do you think more or fewer copies would be better? What changes would you make to the deck if you were to play it yourself? Until next time, may your games be filled with wonder.